The qualifying rides for the 1000cc sidecars. And away they go. John Hiscock has made a very good start. I can see that on the inside of him. I've also got Ian Lee Amos on the inside. He's made a very good start, but has he gone sideways in the middle of the bend? He lost all that drive, and John Hiscock's allowed to get away. At the moment I can see that it is John Hiscock and Nick Walters that are away. Rick McCauley is the rider that's trying to go around the outside of Ian Lee Amos. And Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips still there. No, they're not. Rick McCauley looks to have got the better of it. Rick McCauley round the outside. Phil Stoneman in the chair. He's in second place now. And while that battle's going on, as Rick McCauley puts it sideways. Now Ian Lee Amos takes over that second place. Rob Winterburn is now trying to get in on the action as well. He wants to get up into third place. But this is all about maximum points for John Hiscock and Nick Walters. They go into that bottom turn. One more lap to go for John Hiscock. He's been picking the points up. He missed out in his first ride, but he had a win in his second ride, and this is going to make it maximum points once again from this ride. So he's certainly in with a shout, but the points have really got very, very tight now. But the fact he's had 2 wins may well help him. He takes the checkered flag. Ian Lee Amos gets second. Rob Winterburn's got through into third. Rick McCauley in fourth. Coming down the list, we move to 25, Tony Penfold and Tony Heath. No score. 48, Rob Winterburn and Tristan Winterburn, 3 points. 51, Rick McCauley and Phil Stoneman, 2 points. 183, Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips, 4 points. Number 184, John Hiscock and Nick Walters, maximum 5 points. 784, no, 748 even, Lewis Cook and Rob Hargreaves, 1 point. 131.77, 56.48. 131.77, averaging 56.48. So we now turn our attention back to the under-23 Battle of Britain solo race chart. We move to race 29. You'll find that on page 5. And we're looking for the 8 top scorers to go through into the final. So we see Jannick de Jong is out in this one. And he's joined by, right next to him on the start line, number 4, Andrew Appleton. Away they go. Andrew Appleton made the best of the starts, but Jannick de Jong has gone with him. Oh, Jannick cuts underneath, and Jannick has made an excellent turn into that first turn. Oh, Andrew Appleton had the speed on though, going around that first turn, and he's got himself way down that back straight, and into the pit bend he goes. So, the young Dutch rider, Jannick de Jong, has got Craig Smith trying to close down on him. Shane Colvin has moved through into that third place in front of Craig Smith. Those two battling away because Craig takes it back again. But look at the speed of Andrew Appleton. He really looks to be enjoying this circuit this afternoon. Is he going to be the only rider? 3 rides, 3 wins. There's a big gap now between Jannick de Jong and that battle is going on for third place. But this is all about Andrew Appleton making sure of a place in the final. As he goes into the last lap, head down past me, not giving an inch at all, he's just keeping the speed on. And number 42, Shane Colvin, looks to be more comfortable now in that third place. But as a checkered flag is made ready, that's maximum point scoring through the heats for Andrew Appleton. We'll see him in the final for sure, and can anybody catch him? Number 1, from Holland, Jannick de Jong, 6 points. Number 2, Craig Smith, 4 points. Number 4, Andrew Appleton, maximum 7 points. Number 5, Matt Etherington, 3 points. Number 42, Shane Colvin, 5 points. Number 51, Russell Smedley, 1 point. Number 60, Simon Kuhu, no score. 65, Lee Bartlett, 2 points. The winning time, 122.30, 62.48 they averaged. 122.30, 62.48 they averaged. Away we go, and this is race 30 in your programme. Just one more qualifying ride to go for the under 23 solo Battle of Britain. As they streak down the back straight, pick up for you the early leader. As the dust starts to fly, it is number 71, Jamie Rogers, that's got the lead. He's got Lewis Denham in close pursuit though. Lewis Denham head down, trying to get every ounce of speed off that top turn. Down the back straight he goes. He's getting very, very close, and Lewis Denham is looking to make a challenge. Tries to hold a slightly tighter line, but he's still got the speed on. Forces him out wide coming past us. Good ride this from Jamie Rogers. He knows he's got Lewis in close contention, and Lewis has got the better of it around that top turn. Oh, Jamie Rogers tries to get every ounce of drive he can down that back straight. He now can see Lewis Denham on his outside. He's elected to go for a tight line on the inside. Lewis Denham gets away though. And with just one more lap to go, this looks like making sure of a place in the final for Lewis Denham. Well, I say that of course, but I've got to remember that Lewis didn't score in his second ride. He had a win first time out, and he's made it 2 out of 3. So as the points get transferred across, we rapidly move to the last qualifying ride for the 500cc solo. And as they get underway, I'm looking for Martin Sturgeon, Paul Cooper. Perhaps Paul Cooper it is that breaks going into that first turn. And Paul Cooper it is that's going down the back straight, being pursued by 4 riders. I think that's Martin that's in 4th place at the moment. So he's got 2 more riders in front of him. And I think that must be Steve Maitland that's coming all the way around the outside. I'll confirm that for you as they come by me. Steve Maitland is, Thomas Cooper's in there as well in 2nd place. But Steve Maitland takes over in the 2nd. He's now chasing after Paul Cooper. Martin Sturgeon moves around the outside of Thomas Cooper as they go down that back straight. But well, as they come off that pit bend, it is number 11 Paul Cooper being pursued now by number 215, Steve Braidford, of course, and Steve, who had that disaster in the very first ride this afternoon, he's going to try and do the same as Lewis Denham. Can he get through with just 2 maximum point rides from the 3? Steve it is that goes through in the lead. Paul Cooper's still there in 2nd. Martin Sturgeon is holding 3rd at the moment. As we see the checkered flag being made ready, it is Steve Braidford that gets the maximum points. Paul Cooper in 2nd place. Martin Sturgeon in 3rd. From race 31, it's number 11 Paul Cooper, 6 points. Number 12 Tim Nobes, 3 points. Number 15 Martin Sturgeon, 5 points. Number 39, Ben Wells, 2 points. Number 150, Bevan Gilbert Jarrett, 1 point. Number 153, Thomas Cooper, 4 points. Number 215, Steve Braidford, 7 maximum points. Number 611, John Cox, no score. The winning time, 126.12, 60.19. last of the European sidecars as they go into that first turn. Looking for Malcolm Goodwin, he's right on the outside, he's got a long way to go, but he's got himself up into third place. And looking down at that bottom turner, it is Tony Stark that made the best of the starts, and he's still holding the lead. Steve Kensington's gone with him as well, but Malcolm Goodwin still on the outside, still threatening. And Malcolm Goodwin makes his move around the outside. He's going with Steve Kensington. Steve Kensington's trying to go as well. And Tony Stark can now see that Malcolm Goodwin has got in front. So Malcolm Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin it is that get to the front. Indeed, they're going to take some catching in the final, but Steve Kensington has all sorts of mechanical problems this afternoon. It does look as if he's got things sorted now, so he could be a threat in the final if, of course, he does manage to make it, because he's only had 1 point score from his previous 2 rides. And as the last lap flag goes, this is the last of the qualifying ride for the 500 sidecar. As they go down the back straight for the last time, Malcolm Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin looking to make it 3 rides and 3 maximum point scores. They know they're in the final. They get the win. Steve Kensington gets second, Wayne Reed gets third, Mike Reed in fourth. And as we go down to number 5, Wayne Yeldman, then Kevin Ashley, there's no score, 2 points there. Number 7, Malcolm Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin, an excellent ride this afternoon, 3 rides and 3 wins, maximum 5 points. Number 23, Tony Stark and Pete Bell, 1 point. Number 56, Wayne Reed and Clive Preston, 3 points. Number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe, 2 points. Steve Kensington and James Benfield, 4 points. A winning time of 1:35.06. 1:35.06, 54.53 the average speed. As we now move to the last rides for the quads. And at the moment on 9 points apiece we've got Adrian Smith and Robert Brahoni. They don't meet each other. And they get underway and they go straight into that first turn. I can see that Adrian Smith is back in second place, coming through on the inside. Does he get to the front? Yes, he does. So Adrian Smith it is that powers down the back straight, gets himself to the front. And he's certainly going to take some catching in the final. He really does look to have the measure of this circuit. Oh, number 2, Andy Heatman in second place, being pursued by Paul Jackson in that third spot, but very close at the moment. The 350 Banshee of Adrian Smith from Peterborough, looking to be the man to catch this afternoon. He won the first round of their British Championship down here at Tunbridge, and we reran the bonfire burn up. And again we can see the challenge from Paul Jackson trying to get round the outside of Andy Heatman. Paul it is that gets himself up into second. Andy Heatman tries to hold a very tight line on that pit bend. One more lap to go for Adrian Smith. This will complete his qualifying. As we look to the far side, you can see the very controlled style of Adrian Smith. He moves back onto the back wheels to try and get maximum drive around the straights, and that's exactly what he's done. It was number 1, Adrian Smith, that got maximum 5 points. Number 2, Andy Heatman, 3 points. Number 5, Joe Harmon, 2 points. Number 6, Ray Sayers, 1 point. Number 9, Paul Jackson, 4 points. Number 10, Dominic Durkin, no score. 1:33.75 was the time, 55.29 the average speed. So the last qualifying ride for the quads, as we know that Adrian Smith is going to make it to the final. They get underway. Right on the inside is Steve Ellis, number 4. Oh. Looks as if he's maintained things as they go around that first turn, but he's being caught as they go down the back straight. So the lead quickly changes. Pretty sure that'll be Rob Brahoney that has got himself to the front. Confirm that for you as he comes past me. It is number 3, indeed it is, Rob Brahoney. And he, I was going to say he looked like making it into the final, and he's going out there to get a win in his last ride. Nobody with an answer to him at the moment. Rob Brahoney riding. It can be interesting to see what times we compare to Adrian Smith, because I think it's Rob that's going to be the challenge to Adrian. And the one I'm missing at the moment, I wonder where Lee Hazelwood was. He's back in 4th place at the moment. He was certainly challenging a lot earlier on this afternoon. One more lap to go for Rob. I can see that it is Lee Hazelwood that's locked into that battle for 3rd place. It's all getting very, very tight, but I think Lee's won the battle as he pulls away going up the back straight. He's certainly been having some good rides, and we should see him in the final. Checker flag goes for Rob though. He's definitely going to be in the final. He gets maximum points. Number 3, Rob Brahoney, that got 5 maximum points. Number 4, Steve Ellis, 4 points. Number 7, Darren Drabble, 2 points. Number 8, Lee Hazelwood, 3 points. Number 11, Adam Grimes, 1 point. Number 12, Sid Hines, no score. The winning time, 132.88, 132.88, 55.81. That was the average speed. 2 crews will make up the 5th qualifying place for that A final. So John Hiscock and Nick Walters against Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson for a place in the A final. Whoever loses will obviously automatically go into the B final, and they do get that last-ditch chance if they win the B final. They do, again, get into the A final. So, of course, I can only remind you that last year we had a shock in the Sidecar Speedway that ranked as an outsider at the round 1 of the Sidecar Super Cup. Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson won the meeting overall, so they have had a great deal of success here at the Tunbridge circuit. They desperately would want to get into that A final. Remember, we are back here for the Sidecar Super Cup the 17th and 18th of July. But we've got the best of Australia and now the New Zealand champion coming over to try and take the Super Cup. Remember, it's held at the moment by John Halsey and Jason Glenie. Can they retain it? So they get underway. Matt Fumarola on the inside, John Hiscock on the outside. The 2 of them go into that first bend almost together. Matt Fumarola arguably has made the best of the starts, but John Hiscock isn't far away, and he picks the speed up quickly going down the back straight. He's going round the outside of him. Matt Fumarola responds. Now, will John Hiscock hope that he's kidded him into going too fast into that bend? He might go wide. There'll be a gap on the inside. That's exactly what John's done. He's come through on the inside. Is there a gap there? Has he been able to close the door? Matt Fumarola closes the door on him, but John Hiscock has seen the gap. And remember, he got the drive quickly out of this bend, but he's on the inside, so he hasn't quite got the drive on so quick. And Matt Fumarola pulls away. Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson, it is then that lead into that bottom bend. You can see how close these two are. There's nothing between them really. John Hiscock again has been forced to go wide, so he's got the chasing to do. He knows that if he can get past Matt, he will be into the A final. Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson doing everything they can to stay in front. Well, John picks up the speed again going down that back straight. They want to be closer to Matt than he is at the moment going into that bottom turn. I've got to say, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson, after a tremendous start, seem to have got it well and truly measured as there's one more lap to go, and this will guarantee a place in that A final. John Hiscock has not given up though. He's got close again. He's much, much closer this time. You can see that he lost the back wheel there as he came out of the bend. He's desperately trying to get the drive back on, and he's quick into this bottom turn, but he's been forced to go wide. So Matt Fumarola makes it into the A final. John Hiscock has got to do it all again the hard way. The runoff was won by number 5, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. Second to them, the runner-up was John Hiscock and Nick Walters. The winning time, 1:34.34. The average speed of 54.95. So this is the first of our finals. And the most important thing of all with the Solo B final is the riders know that if they get the win, they're in the A. And I don't think I need to remind you, the calibre of riders we got in this B final could easily win the A final. Both Steve Braidford and Lewis Denham have suffered with mechanical problems in one of their rides this afternoon. If they can get through by winning the B final, they certainly could possibly win the A final. So they get underway and Lewis Denham has got away as he goes into that first turn. Lewis Denham it is that's got the lead. Dave Rumsey's on the inside of both of them. Steve Braidford comes round the outside and head down the back straight. Steve Braidford it is that sets the pace. And there's all sorts of problems for Steve Braidford as he went down that back straight. It means that Lewis Denham takes over the lead. Steve very quickly up on his feet. Or indeed the bike is, because I can see I think there was another rider that went down as well on that bottom turn. So the race immediately brought to a halt. So the riders back to the start line for race 35 in your programme, which you'll find on page 22, the start of the grand finals. This is the Solo B final. The winner, of course, will get elevated into the A final. They get underway. I can see Lewis Denham in the middle of the pack as he moves around that first turn. He gets himself in front. Well, for the life of me, can't work out who that is that's gone around the outside, but they sort themselves out as they come out of that bend. Oh, Lewis Denham comes back at him though, and as they come round off that bottom turn, it is Lewis that's got the lead. Well, in fact, it was Thomas Cooper that had come round the outside, and Thomas Cooper that was leading. So it's Thomas Cooper that's going to put Lewis Denham under pressure. He's holding that second place at the moment, but Lewis Denham looks to be a little bit more comfortable now as he goes down the back straight. So that was a terrific start, and first bend for Thomas Cooper. He'll keep his eye on Lewis Denham. He'll try and stay with him as much as he can. Nathan Owen has got himself up into third place. Bradley Kite is the rider in fourth place at the moment, but Lewis Denham looks very much in control as he flies down that back straight. One more lap to go for Lewis Denham as he looks over his shoulder. He knows this means a place in the A final. As he goes round that top turn, he looks very much in control. So the first of our finals to find who it is that takes that last qualifying place in race 39. For number 81, that's Lewis Denham, so you can transfer his number into race 39 as the last qualifier for the A final. Second to him was number 153, Thomas Cooper. Third place, number 83, Nathan Irwin. Fourth place, number 39, Ben Wells. And fifth place, number 65, Lee Bartlett. Sixth place, number 2, Craig Smith. 3 laps only, so no time or speed calculated, but that does mean we've now got a full lineup for race 39. So obviously you can see the clothes pegs being removed from the outfits. They were actually the drawers for gate positions. First qualifying getting first choice. And they've all lined up. We watch to see, remember, the winner of this B final goes into the A final. And away they go. Richard Thomas has made a good start, but John Hiscock on the inside looks to have made the best of the starts. And John Hiscock it is that gets to the front. 4 outfits together as they come round that first turn for second place, and John Hiscock is now under pressure. Oh, they start to drive hard into that bottom turn. 3 outfits together as they go round that bottom turn, and it's all change at the front. John Hiscock fights back though. Ian Lee Amos on the outside, Robert Winterburn on the inside. So they all know the importance of this one. A win in this one means they get a chance at the A final. John Hiscock fighting every inch of the way. Rob Winterburn on the inside of it. Ian Lee Amos is not out of contention. Richard Thomas is sitting there in 4th place as well. He can see what's going on in front of him. And as they come round that bottom turn, John Hiscock and Nick Walters look to have the measure of it. Rob Winterburn trying desperately to find his way through on the inside. Loses out again going into that turn, but he's up alongside him as they go round that pit turn. He's up alongside him and he loses the drive coming out of the turn, so John Hiscock comes back at him. And as they sort themselves out going down that back straight, it is Rob and Tristan Winterburn that have got the lead from John Hiscock and Nick Walters, but John Hiscock found a way through on the inside. John Hiscock gets through on the inside. He's got the lead back again. He knows he's got to hold it for one more lap. He's forced Rob Winterburn to go round the outside on the wide line on that pit turn, and John Hiscock looks to have the advantage as he goes down the back straight. Rob's coming back at him though. Rob's gone the long way round. It's going to be on this last turn, the 2 outfits together as they go into that last turn. It's checkered flag this time. This means a place in the final. It looks like being John Hiscock. John gets there. Rob and Tristan Winterburn very, very close to them. But John Hiscock and Nick Walters. Oh, what a tremendous B final. And it's been a long, long day, but with racing like that, I don't think anybody's going to go home disappointed. John Hiscock does get himself into that A final, and talk about doing it the hard way. Remember, he had the runoff. It meant he went back into the B final. He's now won that, and we will see him in race 40. Well, indeed, a tremendous ride from John Hiscock and Nick Walters. 36, the 1000cc Sidecar B. This one sponsored by Keith Cornell Waste Paper, and a win for number 184, John Hiscock and Nick Walters. Tremendous race from them. In second to them, and we must give credit to Rob and Tristan Winterburn as well. A tremendous scrap. They finish in second, number 48. In third goes number 183, who also was in there amongst it in the early stages. That was Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips. 4th place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. 5th place, number 9, Miles Simmons and Dave Hogan. So, winning time, 1:35.20, 54.21. 1:35.20, 54.21. Where number 1, Adrian Smith, has qualified equal to number 3, Rob Brahoney. So, Adrian Smith, who won the first of the British qualifiers, or indeed the British Championships for quads, he won that back at the rerun of the Bonfire Burn-Up. He knows the circuit well. He said to me this morning he enjoys the circuit. Oh, they get underway, and we look to see who's made the best of it. Adrian Smith does quickly get himself into the lead as they go into that first turn. Lee Hazelwood is in there in second place. I can see Lee leading the bunch, but Adrian Smith has got away. He sits back on that machine to get maximum drive up the back straight. Throws it into this pit turn. And he's now got the field chasing after him, because Adrian Smith is certainly setting the pace. Every ounce of concentration. Lee Hazelwood is there as well. Rob Brahoney is trying to get on top of Lee Hazelwood as he's found the gap on the inside. Rob Brahoney finding his way through. Lee Hazelwood comes back at him though. Tremendous final for the quads as Lee Hazelwood has pulled it out of the bag a little bit. He was not up with these boys during the qualifying, but he's now done it in the final as he chases after Adrian Smith coming down past Lee. Rob Brahoney can see a chance on the inside. He's seen a gap. Lee Hazelwood electing to stay out wide and try and stay quick. The both of them, I think, are closing on Adrian Smith. Well, indeed, the gaps look to be decreasing as Adrian Smith might be slowing. Lee Hazelwood is right up behind Adrian Smith now as they're coming towards this last lap flag. Rob Brahoney on the inside, and Lee Hazelwood is a lot closer. Again, Rob Brahoney has gone through on the inside. He's got that much tighter line. Lee Hazelwood has stayed on the outside, and both of them closing on Adrian Smith all the time. One more corner to go for Adrian Smith. Can Rob Brahoney and Lee Hazelwood catch him? They close up again. He's trying to be over careful perhaps, but he's done enough. He comes to the line. Adrian Smith has done it. Very close for second. I'll leave that one to the lap scorers. It was very tight on the line, but Adrian Smith proving once again that that win he had earlier in the year was no fluke. So please show you congratulations to Adrian Smith. The second time he's been to the Tunbridge circuit, and he's taken another win. Official result of race 37. It finished for the quads as a win for number 1, that's Adrian Smith. In second place, number 3, Rob Brahoney. In third place, number 8, Lee Hazelwood. Very tight on the line, but that's how it finished. In fourth place, number 4, Steve Ellis. In fifth place, number 9, Paul Jackson. And in sixth place, number 5, Joe Harmon. 136.19, 53.89, the average speed. 136.19. And we move to the Battle of Britain 750 500cc sidecar competition. The lineup for the final. Number 7, Mel Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Maximum points to get them into this final. And I'm interested to see that Mel Goodwin has well, he's actually taken can be described as a very middle gate. He's in gate 4 as you count from the inside. He was maximum point scorer, as I say, coming into the final. He's joined by number 1, Clive Willis and Richard Webb. Number 56, Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. Number 3, Lester Goodwin and Tony Martin. 69, Steve Kensington and James Benfield. And 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. Oh, they get away. Lester Goodwin's made a good start. Malcolm Goodwin's made a good start as well. And as they break going into the first turn, Malcolm Goodwin has got to go round the outside. It's Clive Willis that's got the lead, but Malcolm Goodwin takes over the lead from him as he goes down the back straight. Malcolm Goodwin it is that's got to the front. There's a gaggle of riders behind him. 4 outfits together coming off that pit turn. But it is Malcolm Goodwin that's got away, and Malcolm Goodwin leading from in second place. Clive Willis. I can see Wayne Reed moving through there as well. So Wayne Reed is in third place at the moment. Clive Willis in second still. Lester Goodwin trying to get in on the action as well as they go up that back straight. But it is Malcolm Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin that lead coming off that pit bend. They fly past me, they're not aware of what's going on behind them. There's a lot of good scrapping going on as Lester Goodwin's trying to fight to get on terms. As he's in fourth place at the moment, but you can throw a blanket over those 5 outfits. Lester Goodwin gets round the outside, goes after Clive Willis. Has he nosed in front as he goes into the pit bend? Clive Willis will now know that he's there. He's gone very wide, Lester Goodwin. Oh, there really is a great scrap going on for this second place. Clive Willis is hanging on to it. Steve Kensington's come through now. Steve Kensington looking for a way through. And Lester Goodwin has got to try and get round Steve as well now, as they're in fourth place. And there's all sorts of problems on the far side. We've lost an outfit. As we see the checkered flag being prepared, they go into the pit bend. It's Malcolm Goodwin that comes to the checkered flag, and Malcolm Goodwin gets it. Oh, it was close for second place. I can think that there was possibly only Clive Willis. Of the Battle of Britain 755 under sidecar final. Very impressive win for Malcolm Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. It's number 7 that goes in the winner's spot. In second place, it was very, very tight on the line, but it was number 1, Clive Willis and Richard Webb. Number 69, Steve Kensington and James Benfield. Number 56, Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. And number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. The winner's time was 1:35.24, 1:35.24, 54.43, the average speed. I can tell you that we have heard from the hospital, and the word on Steve Braidford that we lost in that B final is that, and I don't know how official this is, but I've had a phone call to say that they're not concerned, there's no obvious injuries, and they're just keeping you in for observation, so that's good news. We now move to the A final of the Battle of Britain, and remind you of the lineup. This is race 39 in your programme, sponsored by Keith Cornell Waste Paper. The lineup includes number 4, Andrew Appleton. Number 1 from Holland, Jannick de Jong. Number 15, Martin Sturgeon. 11, Paul Cooper. 71, Jamie Rogers. 42, Shane Colvin. 10, Dave Rumsey. And qualifying the hardest way of all by winning the B final, number 81, Lewis Denham. So the Battle of Britain final for 2004. The starters move away. Up go the tapes, we get underway. Shane Colvin has missed the start. Lewis Denham has had a tremendous start. So Lewis Denham has had a tremendous start, but look at the red helmet of Andrew Appleton. He flies around the outside and down the back straight into the pit turn. He goes leading. Lewis Denham in second place to him, tries to stay with him. It's close for second and third. Paul Cooper it is, that's in third place at the moment, chasing after Lewis Denham. But on the far side, Andrew Appleton, head down, goes down the back straight. He is looking to do a lot more meetings abroad this year on the long track circuits and the open meetings they have in France, Germany and Holland. And if this sort of style is what it's going to be riding like, then I think he's going to be coming back with some rewards. Great to see him here at the Battle of Britain, and indeed you can see as he goes down that back straight into the pit bend for the third time. It will be last lap flag for him this time as he comes round. He's dominated the competition this afternoon. Lewis Denham can't do anything to catch him. He's beaten off the battle for third place, Paul Cooper. But as they've got spread out, you can see into the pit turn comes Andrew Appleton. So after all the waiting, Andrew Appleton has composed himself. He's come out and done it. Great ride from Lewis Denham. Paul Cooper in third place. And our young rider from Holland, Jannick de Jong, who looked so promising earlier on this afternoon, has to be content with fourth place. A tremendous ride from number 4, Andrew Appleton. Oh, what more can he achieve this season? Andrew Appleton with a fantastic ride. Lewis Denham looks very happy. Let's give you then the official result of the Battle of Britain Solo A final. Winner, number 4, Andrew Appleton. In second place, number 81, Lewis Denham. In third, number 11, Paul Cooper. In fourth, number 1, Jannick de Jong. In fourth place, fifth place even, number 15, Martin Sturgeon. Sixth place, number 71, Jamie Rogers. Seventh place, number 10, Dave Rumsey. And eighth place, number 42, Shane Colvin. 123.81, 123.81, 61.85. So the riders come to the line for the Battle of Britain Sidecar final, and Ivor Matthews the first to line up with Mick Stace in the chair, joined by Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. Number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie were third to qualify. Number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. Number 5, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson, who won that runoff. And next to them on the inside is 184, John Hiscock and Nick Walters. That was the other crew that joined the A final by the fact of winning the B final. So they had the run-off, they won the B. What can they do in the A? A tremendous lineup of sidecar outfits. I wouldn't want to make a decision on who's going to do it. It's going to be a very close race, I'm sure. The starter gets underway, and as they go into that first turn, Paul Whitelam's made a good start. Paul Whitelam it is that's gone into the lead, but right round the outside is that Ivor Matthews I can see. He's back in third, and at the moment I think it's Duncan Tolhurst that's got away. Duncan Tolhurst it is that's got to the front. Ivor Matthews chases after him going into that bottom turn. Paul Whitelam on the inside of Duncan Tolhurst, and Paul Whitelam has found a gap. Paul Whitelam coming through, John Hiscock has come through as well. John Hiscock on the inside, trying to get through on the inside of Paul Whitelam. As they again go into that top turn, you can see that Duncan Tolhurst has decided to stay wide. Ivor Matthews is right on the outside of him though, and Ivor Matthews has gone through. Ivor Matthews gets to the front, Duncan Tolhurst is now in second place. Matt Fumarola trying to get in on the action. Paul Whitelam's not out of it, Paul Whitelam's still there in third. Matt Fumarola fighting for that third place, tries to go around the outside. And as the dust starts to clear on the far side, Ivor Matthews it is that goes down the back straight. Well, it looks as if it's going to be a very impressive victory. He's got away from Duncan Tolhurst as he goes into this bottom turn. He's staying wide, but he's very, very quick. Duncan Tolhurst still there in second. Matt Fumarola has got through into third. He's got in front of Paul Whitelam. There's problems for John Halsey and Jason Glenie as they pull up going past me. But on the far side, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace fly down that back straight. Into the last turn they go. Well, if I look back through history, they've had some bad luck here at Tunbridge over the years, but it's all coming good this year. Ivor Matthews takes the win. Duncan Tolhurst in second. Paul Whitelam come through for third. So again, it all changed on that last lap. Well, a tremendous sidecar final. He didn't get it from the start line, but he had to work his way round, and that's exactly what Ivor Matthews has been doing all day. Tremendous sidecar final. Tremendous ride and a victory to number 15, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace. Second to number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. But I'll take a break from the results while you give the congratulations to the riders coming round. It's been a long, hard day's racing, but what a tremendous final from Ivor Matthews. So as they make their way back to the pits, let's confirm that result officially. It's 15 and 74 that I've already given you. In third place was number 92, Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. In fourth place, number 5, Matt Fumarola and Andy Wilson. In fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Nick Walters. 132.98 the winning time, 55.75 the average speed. Grasser Awards, which were voted on by Grasstrack riders and supporters for 2003, and I'm joined obviously by Di from Grasser and Rob from the ACU. Thanks guys, and I'm not going to try and attempt to make this up as I go along. Di always does a fantastic job for me and actually writes all the words just for me to read out. So Grass Riders of the Year, the voting for the Rider of the Year Awards 2003 was a little bit different this time. When we held the 2002 votes, we ran into trouble. First of all, a lack of supporters' votes. This shocked us. Second, the amount of cheating that took place in the internet votes. This took a long time to sort out, but with the help of Paul Miller, who runs the website, we managed to get a fair result. 2003, however, proved a problem because we had internal problems in Grasser, and we did not have time to spend sorting things out. Rather than not present the awards of 2003, we, the Grasser Committee, voted this is the result. We start with the most improved youth rider of 2003. This young man is relatively new to Grasstrack racing and is a real force to be reckoned with. He rides in the very competitive Inter class. Despite suffering machine problems in 2003, he notched up a good few wins, and the winner of Most Improved Youth Rider 2003 is Charlie Saunders. And the cameraman says, who is this? You've got to get to know him now. It's a name to remember. Right, Youth Rider of 2003. The winner of this award was champion in the highly competitive interclass of the ACU British Youth Championship. He has also ridden at the famous Marmont circuit in the southwest of France, where he delighted the 10,000 crowd with his gutsy riding. I love that word. Right, his enjoyment of Grasstrack and his determination to win makes him be a true champion. and I'm sure I agree with a lot that's been said that this is a name that you've got to remember. Youth Rider of 2003, Joshua Orty. And I knew after that big build-up he wasn't going to be here. Right, we move on to the adults. Is he here? Right. Most Improved Solo Rider for 2003. The winner of this award has come up through schoolboy grass track racing. He's shown steadily improvements as he's known to be a neat, safe rider with a lot of ability. He finished in the top 12 of the 2003 British Masters, and a few weeks ago came second to Jason Handley in the Ledbury Spring Classic. He's a name to watch for in 2004, with Dad as his mechanic and Nick and a nickname of Harry Potter. His 24-year-old should go far. Most Improved Solo Rider for 2003, Martin Williams. Oh yeah, I agree now. You dumped the glasses deliberately, did you? Well, I don't know how many of you can remember all the results from 2003, but the next award is the Grasser Solo Rider of 2003. The winner of this award... Oh, he's on his way over. Well, if I talk long enough, you know... Can we see how far he's on his way over? No? Oh, he's here. Oh, all right then. The winner of this award is extremely talented young man. At only 21 years of age, he has the potential to go far. He has ridden in many grass track meetings both in this country and abroad. In 2003 he was the youngest rider competing in the World Finals, where his B and C final performances kept him in the World Championships right up until the final round in New Zealand. With his exciting but smooth riding style, he has already proved to be a big hit with the British fans. He has time on his side to mature into a serious World Championship contender, a name to watch. It is, of course, one rider who has proved things yet again today, Andrew Appleton. And I really don't think there's going to be anybody disagree with Grasser's award there for Solo Rider of 2003. Most Improved Sidecar Crew of 2003. The driver of this talented crew comes from a well-known motorcycling family. He showed little interest in his dad's racing, however in 1999 he was persuaded to try his hand at passengering. Liked it, but decided he wanted to be in control. Who wrote this? So asked Dad to build him a bike. Together with a school friend they decided that their ambition was to beat Dad. This did not take long as they were a natural partnership. They finished in the top 3 of the British Championships in 2003. This year sees them in the European Championships. It is of course Wayne Reed and Clive Preston. And he didn't want to talk to me this morning when I was doing the videoing. I'm not going to ask you. Right, well, Wayne and Clive take Most Improved Sidecar Crew for 2003. We move on to the Sidecar of the Year award. This award goes to a driver who is truly an all-round motorcyclist. He is not only the British Masters Sidecar winner of 2003, big clue there, wasn't it? Right, but also an accomplished 250cc solo rider. Add to that motocross, hill climbs and sprints and you get the general idea. He goes out of his way to promote grass track racing. Unfortunately, his passenger 2003 is no longer riding with him, but his name is on the trophy. They made a great team. British Masters winners 2003, now Sidecar of the Year Grasser Awards, Rob Bradley and T.Winterburn. I think he's gone home, he says. Well, it is a long way to go, Rob. Yeah, come on, get a picture for the press. Right, the last award, and the one that I think is always... I'm amazed every year when I've read this out on the different people that have had awards given to them, because the last award is the Charlie Coleman Trophy that is presented by the Grasser Committee for Services to Grasstrack. Now, when you look at the list of people that have been awarded with this, I don't think there's any one of them that really hasn't deserved it. Apart from one year you gave it to me, I think. That was a mistake. No, I've given it to you as well. There were 2 mistakes then. But they got it right again this year, because this year's winner is a little bit different. She is female. She is well known to everyone in the Grasstrack world. 2003 proved a very difficult year for her. She was struck down with breast cancer, underwent major surgery, chemotherapy, and before the chemo was finished, she was back at her post with her sidekick, Flicker, selling tombola tickets for Grass's Injured Riders Fund. What a trooper. We are proud to present this award to Sandra Coleman. So you now all know who she is, that when you walk by and she's trying to grab £1 off you for the Injured Riders Fund. Pleased so many of you have hung on for the awards to be given out. So between Alan the photographer and myself, we will present the awards to the winners. But I think what I have got to share with you first of all though, you know, during the day I get all these little tickets sent into me. It's his birthday, it's her birthday, it's their anniversary and all that sort of thing. Well, I've waited for this opportunity for a very long time. I was hoping to run a raffle today to try and guess how old this old man is here that takes all the photographs, but can you share with me and wish Alan a very happy birthday? And he's going to totally ignore me, look. See, I get to know everything, you know. Right, let's start then with the quads, because the trophies were funded by the Quad Centre at Paddock Wood, Kent. Our thanks to the Quad Centre, and what it said in the programme earlier on today was that the quads would be going for the 604 Blenheim Squadron Gravesend trophies. We start as always with 3rd place. Great riding this afternoon. I'm sure this is a guy that's going to go on and win a lot more in the future. Lee Hazelwood. That's good, we don't want me in the pictures. Well done, Lee. Yeah, up on there, mate. Can we do it properly? Right, we move on to 2nd place. And I know I've spoken to this guy before, but great to see him up here in 2nd again. Some very strong riding from Rob Rahoney.
Why are you in Germany? Tetro lost track on the Saturday.
Do you know what? If you was female, I'd have said that you nearly fell for me then. That's it, get the photos done. And indeed, we only got one more rider to call up. That, of course, is the winner of the Quad Centre trophies. And indeed, what can I say? I spoke to him earlier on in the year when he came down and had some fabulous rides. He won the 1st round of their British Championships. He's won again this afternoon. A very, very impressive rider, Adrian Smith.
Hold on, darling, move it. You want to go for the first
And you're not going to escape, Adrian, because we'll have a quick word with you, because I know when I spoke to you this morning, I think you was a bit worried, weren't you, because obviously you went so well last time down here. You said you enjoyed the track, but you were thinking that they might have done a lot more changing.
I knew it'd be closer than last time, and that proved right. And I'd just like to thank BSD for making this beautiful engine I use. It's just so fast. And it's 200cc less than some of these. Yeah, it goes pretty good.
Well, it certainly does go pretty good. Well done indeed. Our winners this afternoon, if you want to join them up on the roster, Adrian. In 3rd place in the quads, Lee Hazelwood. In 2nd, Rob Browney. And the winner, Adrian Smith. The final, but they've got to 3rd place. Great ride from Steve Kensington and James Benfield.
a 3-day event or 5-day event. And I said, oh yeah, we'd love to. And then I thought, well, which bloody one do I go to? Right. So I was yeah, she's away doing them every week.
Well done indeed. Third place, Steve Kenson and James Benfield make their way up onto the rostrum. In second place, some tremendous riding this afternoon from this crew. I thought at one time they might have got closer to the eventual winner, but great riding once again from Clive Willis and Richard Webb.
That's the one.
He was looking rather serious, wasn't he? Well done indeed, guys. Second place, Clive and Richard Webb. The winners, though, let's call them up. A fantastic race day. We know that we always expect this crew to do well for us in Europe. I think they're going to have another good year. Great to see them winning on this circuit this afternoon. Taking the 610 Spitfire Squadron dedicated trophies, Mel Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Now you're not going to rush off and leave me as quick as that. I'll go have a quick word, Mel, because it's a big circuit. It's a fast circuit, but I've got to say you look to be even head and shoulders above everybody this afternoon.
Well, it's probably the first time I've ever been head and shoulders above anyone.
Metaphorically speaking, of course.
No, it was a great day. You know, the track looked a bit iffy at first. I wasn't sort of too keen on going out there, but everyone battled on. The club worked their nuts out to do what they could. You can never keep everyone happy, but they did what they could do, and they do work bloody hard at it. And I think they've done a great job in the end with what they had to do it with.
Well, I think I agree with you. They've done a great job working on the track, but still some fabulous riding from yourself.
Yeah, I hope so. Everything went good for a change. Yeah, it was great.
Well, best of luck with your European campaigns.
Yeah, I think we're out in Holland Monday, a week tomorrow, for our semi-final. We're doing it for Germany this year, so fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Very best of luck to both of you. Well done this afternoon. If you'd like to make it up to the rostrum. The 1, 2, 3 in the 500 sidecar. Steve Kenton and James Benfield, Clive Willis and Richard Webb. And our winners this afternoon, Mel Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Thanks, guys. Right, we move on to the Battle of Britain solo. And it said here in the beginning of the programme that the solo was going to be for the 32 Hurricane Squadron Biggin Hill trophies. And the solo, very hard fought. A little bit of a difference having under 23s, but what can you say? One thing I was talking to a couple of the riders about is really, we've got world-class riders that are no more than 20 and 21, and I think again this afternoon it's proved it. In third place, it was of course the very exciting Paul Cooper. He's getting all of the instructions from the photographer, you know. Well, I'll have a quick word, Paul, because I mean, big track, fast track, you must have enjoyed it.
Yeah, I always enjoy riding here, but I never do any good. It's a bit of a nightmare track for me, really, but we got through today. I had a few problems, this, that and the other, but I mean, to finish is good enough, and to finish third behind two top-class boys, I'm happy with that.
Oh, absolutely, and so you should be happy. Hope to see you back down here again sometime soon. Well done indeed. No, third place in the solo, Paul Cooper. Well, I think the next rider we call up is what's called doing it the hard way, isn't it? You know, he decides not to score in one of his qualifying rides. He then goes out and has to do the B final twice, but eventually wins it. He gets that last-ditch place in the final and ends up second overall. A fabulous day's racing, Lewis Denham.
get the bike in the 1.5 litre crate, it's 1,200 quid. No, this is not here. 1,200 quid. Right, we'll put a crate on the dock. We'll bring it to your house, you put the bike in there, we'll fly it here. Oh, well, what's that for this?
Well, as you walk towards me, all I'm going to say, Lewis, is you make it difficult for yourself, don't you?
I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get in the A final, but a bit of bad luck in the second heat. I blew my first engine up and jumped on the spare bike and just managed to pull through to the B final, which was good.
And then, of course, a great victory in the B final got you into the A anyway.
Oh, it's a bit of luck, but a bit of bad luck for Steve, obviously. I hope he gets well soon. Yeah.
You got there. Well done indeed. Second place this afternoon in the Battle of Britain, Lewis Denham. So as always, just one more place to fill. It is of course that #1 spot. We've seen him up here already, receiving the Grasstrack Awards for 2003. A great talent, a rider that I'm sure is going to have a great season this year. Welcome up on stage then, #1 this afternoon, Andrew Appleton. That's it, try and get all the sponsors' names in on the photographs. But Andrew, what can I say? Brilliant riding. You look like you enjoyed this track.
Yeah, it's been a good day all round really. I've been in Germany twice this week and on the continent and done a few long track meetings out there and they've gone pretty well. So I come back here with a good engine and trying to set it up for next week in Saint Macaire.
Well indeed, that looks well and truly set up to me. You know, it's a big circuit here, we know that. There's been a lot of talk today about the work that's been going on with the track. But really, you were just going out there, absolutely dominating it.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. It was a very long day and the track staff done very good with the watering and controlling the dust as well. So, I enjoyed it today, it was very good.
Well done indeed. Up to #1 spot it is. The winners this afternoon then. Let's go through the three again. In third place, Paul Cooper. In second, Lewis Denham. And the winner overall, Andrew Appleton. And it says here that the 1000cc sidecars were competing for the 151 Hurricane Squadron North Weald. What an entry. An absolutely incredible lineup of sidecars. They knew they had to do a lot of racing during the day to even get into a final. After all of that racing, then there was B finals, last ditch qualification. But one crew that stood out earlier on this afternoon, I'm very pleased with this crew to see that they've got up to third place in the final. I did notice, however, they swapped bikes for the final. I'll find out about that in a minute. But welcome up then in third place, Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones.
Oh!
Well done indeed, guys. And I think the first question I've got to pose to you, Paul, is why a swap a bike at the final?
Charlie? The engine went off.
Charlie!
Went off or went completely?
Completely, but I think it would have. I didn't want to risk it.
No, I don't blame you not risking it, but very kind of Mick Tyrrell to lend you his outfit.
Yeah, very pleased with it. It was really nice of him.
Well, all I can say really is both of you guys, you were going well this afternoon. Let's keep it up for the rest of the season. Well done. Third place finishers this afternoon, Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. Finishing second overall this afternoon, they put up the fastest time of the day in the last of the first leg heats. We know that they're a talented crew, we know that we're going to see them up on winning rostrums. I thought they might even have tipped it this afternoon, but they finished second overall. Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. Well done indeed, Dunk. I mean, I mentioned earlier on that you got the fastest time of the day. It was a very, very quick time. It's been tough competition, hasn't it?
Oh, it was tough today, you know, like the hardest thing today, we come here, we only got one thing we're thinking about at the start of it, that's to make the final, you know. When you come here now and they only want 5, you know, like the pressure's on, and yeah, I've been racing for years, and you hear the nerves till the end of the day, not just purely because every race has got to count, you know.
Well, it did. I know when I was talking to the riders this morning in the pits that everybody was saying, well, really it's a win or a second, otherwise you're out of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I knew that, and yeah, the crew around me knew that, and yeah, the pressure's on because yeah, I've got Mark helping me, and yeah, Mark only knows about winning, and yeah, it's difficult, believe me.
Very difficult. Well done indeed, though. To second place this afternoon in the Battle of Britain, Duncan Tolhurst and Nick Owen. So as they make their way to the rostrum to take up second place, we've just got one more to bring up onto the rostrum. That is, of course, first place. Battle of Britain goes down into history for 2004. A hard day's racing. And I think one thing that struck us in the caravan there this afternoon was why were they going twice as far as everybody else? They decided to ride the outside lines all day, but it proved to work. They won the final in the end. Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace.
Come here, you.
Hey, you're not meant to shut your eyes, Mick. You know, it catches you out all the time. But Ivor, what can I say? So we have a tremendous ride down in Cornwall a couple of weeks ago. You've come up here. I know this has been of a, well, I shouldn't bring up history really, but you've had a few problems here, haven't you? Been so close, but, you know, not quite made it, but fantastic today.
Yeah, I think hopefully we're always there or thereabouts here, and we've had our share of bad luck and good luck, but we just pushed on today. There wasn't a lot of drive around the inside, we weren't gating well, so we just thought, well, we'll just keep hitting the outside line, and it paid off.
Well, paid off it certainly did, a tremendous event, but was there really much difference? I know that they talked about Grasstrack outfits, Grasstrack configuration. You know, is it going to be that different when we come back here on the 17th?
Yeah, I still think the speedway bikes are quicker around here than the grass bikes. They just seem to get into the corner that much faster and tidier, but that's probably the main difference.
But a great day's racing, a very hard-fought competition. Our winners this afternoon as they make their way up to the rostrum. In third place, we've got Paul Whitelam and Kevin Jones. In second, Duncan Tolhurst and Nick Owen. And our overall winners of the Battle of Britain 2004, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace. I can only say well done and thanks to all of you that have hung on for so long. It's been a long drawn day. They've had to fight the sun, the dust and everything else. A lot of hard racing, but I think you agree, some great racing. It only remains for me to say, I hope I'm going to see you at a Grasstrack or Speedway meeting sometime soon. Have a very safe journey home. For the first time this afternoon, all sorts of problems as we come off the line. Walks away, up go the Tate. Ivor Matthews has got a much tighter turn, and Ivor fights his way through and gets to the front. You see the gap on the inside of Richard Thomas goes through. And you can see exactly the same thing. And there's all sorts of problems for John Cox. Oh this, he pulls off again, so he's really been hit with a gremlin to so we've got a real battle going on. Racing 11-12. And notice how he moves back on the machine, changes gear as he goes up that back straight. I think that's Adam Grimes has got himself to the front. I'll check that for you. And Adam's in all sorts of problems. He spins it coming out of that turn. Joe Harmon looks to try and get some speed up the back straight. He's just got himself the lead as he goes into this top turn. Oh, change indeed for second and third place. Rob and T.Winterburn coming through. Well, it's all bumping and boring as they go into that first turn. And I think that is Wayne Westerway that's got away. There's all sorts of problems at the back of the field. Miles Simmons looks to follow him round. Can he get a tighter line? He's looking for a gap on the inside and he's found it. But that's what he's done, and he's done it exactly 100% no. Four outfits almost together coming out of that bend, and Dave Steers putting Richard Thomas under pressure. But Richard Thomas has seen a gap. Well, Ivor Matthews has gone very, very wide as they come round that pit bend for the second time. Dave Steer's got the lead, but look at Ivor Matthews round the outside. Those two now together as they go into that bottom turn, and Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley look to be making the better of it. Ivor Matthews has been forced to go wide. Well, I thought they had going into that first turn, but it is Matt Tyrrell that's just about got a tyres lead as they go round that first turn. He's lost that though. Third at the moment. Nathan Irwin in a battle of his own, but look at the battle at the front. Steve Ellis that's made the best of the first turn. And it is Steve Ellis that leads on pod number 4. Can he get the edge as he goes round the outside of him on that pit turn? It's going to be close to the checkered flag, but he's done enough. And Richard Thomas following those through, and there's all sorts of problems. Oh, Paul Whitelam was the other crew that are on maximum points, so they could take points off each other. I'm sure they know that, and the two are together as they go down the back straight. He's going to have to work the hard way round if he's going to do it. He's been forced to go wide, but Dave Steer has done it. He knows he's got Lewis in close contention, and Lewis has got the better of it round that top turn. So he's got 2 more riders in front of him. And I think that must be Steve Maitland that's coming all the way around the outside. I'll confirm that for you as they come by me. Number 215, Steve Braidford, of course. Looking for Malcolm Goodwin. He's right on the outside. He's got a long way to go. And Malcolm Goodwin makes his move around the outside. He's going with Steve Kensington. Steve Kensington's trying to go as well. See that Adrian Smith is back in second place, coming through on the inside. Does he get to the front? Yes, he does. Looking to be the man to catch this afternoon. He won the first round of their British Championship. 1 more lap to go for Rob. Lewis Denham it is that's got the lead. Dave Rumsey's on the inside of both of them. Steve Braidford comes round the outside. As he moves round that first turn, he gets himself in front. 3 outfits together as they go round that bottom turn, and it's all changed at the front. John Hiscock fights back though. Ian Lee Amos on the outside. Robert T.Winterburn on the inside. It's checkered flag this time. This means a place in the final. It looks like being John Hiscock. Trying to be over careful perhaps, but he's done enough. He comes to the line. Adrian Smith has done it. Very close for second. Malcolm Goodwin has got to go round the outside. It's Clive Willis that's got the lead, but Malcolm Goodwin takes over the lead from him as he goes down the back straight. They fly past me. They're not aware of what's going on behind them. As he's in 4th place at the moment, but you can throw a blanket over those 5 outfits. Clive Willis will now know that he's there. He's gone very, very wide, Lester Goodwin. So Lewis Denham has had a tremendous start, but look at the red helmet of Andrew Appleton. So after all the waiting, Andrew Appleton has composed himself. He's come out and done it. Great ride from Lewis Denham. Paul Whitelam it is that's gone into the lead, but right round the outside is that Ivor Matthews I can see. He's back in 3rd, and at the moment I think it's Duncan Tolhurst that's got away. Duncan Tolhurst it is that's got to the front. Ivor Matthews chases after him going into that bottom turn. Paul Whitelam on the inside of Duncan Tolhurst, and Paul Whitelam has found a gap. Paul Whitelam coming through. John Hiscock has come through as well. Ivor Matthews takes the win. Duncan Tolhurst in 2nd. Paul Whitelam comes through for 3rd. It's been a long, hard day's racing, but what a tremendous final from Ivor Matthews.